Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are discussing theory of computation. First of all we will discuss what is computation. Computation is a mathematical calculation that we do to perform anything. And theory of computation is computation in a theoretical way. That is, in this subject of theory of computation we are studying how various computations are carried out and we are discussing the theoretical aspects of any computation. Theory of computation is majorly divided into three parts, that is language, automata and grammar. We start with language. Like our general communication, we have to use symbols, we have to use grammar to communicate. In the same way, in computations, to perform various operations, we need a language. Any computer language is consist of various things. In the same way here, the language used for computation consists of symbols, alphabets and strings. Now we discuss what are these things. Symbols are the things that we use for communication. That is, in our general communication, we use various words as a symbols. Here also we use various symbols for communication, that is the letters from A, B, C. That is, various letters can be there in a language and various symbols including numbers can also be there in the language. So this is a set of letters and numbers and we call it as a symbols which are used for communication and which generates a language. Next is alphabet. So alphabet is a finite set of symbols. That is, though there are various symbols available, we are taking few symbols as a alphabet and we are using those things for the communication. So we can call it as a finite set of symbol is nothing but alphabet. Then next is a string. String is collection of alphabets of different lengths. Now here, suppose we have considered there are only two alphabets, that is symbols A and B in our language and its length is 2. In that case we call it as a string. That is, we are generating a language with length 2 and the symbols allowed in the language will be A and B only. So various strings generated after of length 2 will be AA, BB, AB and BA, because we have allowed only two symbols in this language. So this is about string. Now one more example here. The alphabets are A and B. Summation indicates the total number of alphabets. That is, there will be alphabet A and B. And here length is 3. So various strings, possible strings of length 3 with alphabet A and B will be, this is the set given, AAA, BBB, CCC, then ABB and so on. So the restricted or limited set of strings will be generated with length 3 and symbols, that is alphabets A and B. And we call this as a language and it will be indicated as language L is equal to strings of length 3. So all the strings of length 3 over alphabet A and B is the language generated here. So this is about the language. Now we discuss what is meant by automata. Automata is used to check whether a given string is a part of given language or not. So there might be a problem that you are provided with a string and it is asked whether that string is a part of that language or not. To solve such kind of problem, automata is used and we call it as a mathematical model. In short, we can call automata as a mathematical model to check whether given string is a part of given language or not. Now, language can be of two types. Here we discuss one example which is of a finite language, because the length, that is the number of strings generated by language are fixed. And here also with alphabets A and B and length 2 there will be only 4 strings. So we call such a language as a finite language. But in some cases the language may be infinite. So language is divided into two categories, finite language and infinite language. In case of finite language, the length or the number of strings generated by that language will be finite or fixed. But in case of infinite language, there can be n number of strings, and that is infinite number of strings generated by that language. Here this L2 equal to at least 1a over alphabet A and B. So for this language there can be infinite number of strings. String with only A, string with AA, string with AB, string with A, B, A, and so on. That is, number of combinations will be possible, and that's why we call this language as a infinite language. So the two things are clear. Now next we have to discuss grammar. Now in general English, whenever we talk, we need words and we need a grammar. Without grammar it is difficult to understand what the person is talking. So same here also, in theory of computation we need a grammar along with the language to complete the understanding of the concept. So here a grammar is defined as a quadruple. Quadruple means there are total 4 terms which are used to define a grammar. The 4 terms here are G equal to VTPS. This is a definition of grammar with 4 terms, where V is a variable, T is terminal symbol, P is a production rule, and S is a start symbol. We will discuss everything. V is a variable here. Okay, variable means which symbols are allowed here. After that, T is the terminal, that is the end symbol. Then P is a production, that is the rule of grammar which is used for generating the strings. And last one is the start symbol, that is from where the string should start, that will be the start symbol. So this is about the definition of a grammar. Now we discuss various examples of grammars. Suppose this is a grammar given here. So these are the production rules. Okay, and the symbols here will be A and B and epsilon. So epsilon, this indicates epsilon and it indicates a null, or that we will discuss with the help of example. And the start symbol here is a S. Okay, so this is about the grammar. Now we will discuss how string can be generated with the help of a grammar. So here you are provided with a grammar and these are the various production rules for this grammar. Now suppose you have to generate this string A B B A B B with the help of given grammar. So to generate this string, what we can do, we have to start with the first production rule. That is, we have to consider or choose one rule. Here S gives SS. Okay, now you can replace this S with the available production rules. So I have replaced this S with ASB here. You can see S gives ASB. So I have replaced this S with ASB here. Next I will replace the second S with BSA. We have another production rule with BSA. So I have replaced the second S with BSA. Now what do I have to do? Here I want this string ABB ABA. So I have to replace this S with B, because at second position I want this B. That is, now I will show you the derivation for this ABAB. Okay, that is, we want ABAB. This string we have to generate from the given production rule. So I will start with the first production rule here, S gives SS. Now at start I want AB. So for AB I have a production rule ASB. So I will replace this S with ASB. You can write here for understanding purpose S replaced with ASB here. Okay, and this S will remain as it is. Now I want ABAB, that is, I don't want S here. So here what we have to do, I will simply replace this S with epsilon, that is A, because we have a production rule S can be epsilon. So A, B and S, and here I want B. Okay, So here I can replace this. I can replace this with ASB because I want AB. Half part we have already generated, and for half part I will replace this S with ASB. So I will get AB ASB. Okay, and after that at the place of this S I will put epsilon. So AB, this will be the string that we can generate from the given grammar. So this is how you are provided with a grammar. Grammar consists of start symbol, then variables, that is A and B, then terminal symbol, that is end symbol, and production rule. So these are the production rules and start symbol. So this is about the grammar. So in this video we discuss theory of computation, that is computations to be performed in a theoretical way. Theory of computation's major building blocks are language, automata and grammar. Language consists of symbols, alphabets and strings, and then we have seen how various strings can be generated. Then we discuss what is automata. Automata is a mathematical model to check whether a given string is a part of a language or not. And grammar is a set of these four things or four tuples which are used to generate a string with the help of this production rules. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and please like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you are new here. Thank you.